Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Italdesign. First of all, I would like to thank Autodesk for inviting us to this very important event. Unluckily, even this year, we were not able to meet each other physically. Therefore, we took the opportunity to participate virtually. But virtual is something which is not always bad. Virtual, especially virtual reality, is one important part of our development process. Before jumping into the core of the presentation for today about our concept lab, we would like to show you a company video. So enjoy.
Now, we'll tell you our story. Ours is a story of heritage, of commitment, of vision. We started more than 50 years ago with a pioneering formula and mission that have remained unchanged over the years. Partnering, consulting, and serving players in the industrial and mobility sectors worldwide. We are innovative by vocation. Our daily activity is focused on drivers such as customer and process orientation, integrated design approach, coach building tradition meeting cutting-edge technology, Glocal made in Italy, differentiation and identity, quality and competitiveness, professionalism and expertise, efficiency and sustainability. We are active in styling, engineering, production, new mobility solutions, industrial and transportation design. We have worked on a varied multitude of products over the years, from iconic cars and bestsellers to models for the few and for all. We have reformed sectorial reasoning to become an international hub promoting disruptive ideas and solutions and making different industrial domains dialogue, even when totally unrelated. We can offer services for every single phase of the industrialization process. From the initial idea to series production, and for the whole activity system, including legal responsibility for product release and assistance when production starts. Besides our know-how and partnership, we benefit our customers with engagement, reactivity, flexibility, and a global mindset. Always with a careful eye on feasibility, as it is constraints that boost creativity. We have essentials driving our story, recognizing our people as our greatest asset, getting into our customers' heads, granting compliance, reliability, and confidentiality. There is only one constant as a basis for our success: passion.
As we have seen in the video, Italdesign is not providing service for the automotive world only, but also for product design. So we don't have much time, so we will move quickly to our concept lab. Just follow me. We are here in the Concept Lab team. We have Matilde, Elena, Sergio, and we will start with Fabrizio with the presentation.
Thanks, Dennis, and welcome to all of you in our streaming for the Concept Lab. We are daily working on different car projects and trying to fulfill the new customer requirements. There are customers asking for super sport car and others looking for mobility solution. And we have to deal with new technology about infotainments and autonomous drive that are increasing the complexity of the interior layout. For this reason, we start thinking how to change our process. We create tools where a simplified and flexible support will be possible to live an immersive experience inside the car, since the early stage of the projects till the end. We are creating an environment where specialists from different areas, stylists, ergonomic, HMI developer, and body engineering can share proposal and judge the result. After a testing phase done in our Da Vinci show car, we decided to bring these tools of the Concept Lab in the series development.
The Concept Lab is a multidisciplinary environment where analysis studies are conducted focusing on the relationship between human and vehicle. Thanks to the integration with a fully adjustable physical model and virtual reality tools, we are able to make several kinds of analyses during different phases of the project, from first definition up to final vehicle validation. Our seating back consists in 4 independent seats, steering wheel pedals, door panel, roof structure, and also the rear area of the vehicle. With this setup, we are able to simulate different vehicle layout from sport car up to commercial vehicle, included also future configuration related to autonomous driving. We develop a dedicated system with the support of our electrics and electronics department to manage this physical model, and in a few minutes we are able to switch to different configuration. If the vehicle data are already stored in the software, it's possible to change real-time vehicle configuration by moving the single elements of the seating back. Then define hard points and physical layout. Thanks to the integration with Autodesk VRED and virtual hardware and software, we can start with our test in merged reality. About 1 year ago, we integrated our technologies with a new tracking system with 21 infrared cameras. We can track physical items, we can track fingers and hands position and orientation, and also the full body of the users. We are able to guarantee an immersive and realistic experience and to interact with the virtual scene with a millimeter accuracy thanks to Italdesign development and integration of virtual avatar with specific virtual tools.
The usage of the features of our physical concept lab in a virtual environment, the transition of the dynamics of the sensation from the hardware to the end user is obtained thanks to the software. Using VRED as a reference platform, we have the possibility to develop official plugins based on specific KPIs to take full advantage of the features of the framework, add new custom functionalities and new interaction on top of our experiences. To support our design and ergonomics activities in Italdesign, we implemented a pipeline for the development of object-oriented software in Python and C++ and the appropriate packaging of VRED plugins.
In order to make the most of the potential of our tracking system, we also use full body tracking. In Italdesign, we developed a 3D model of an avatar in order to accurately represent a human within the virtual scene in terms of scales and movement. Also in this case, software development is a key point for the transmission of roto translation data coming from the system into the VRED environment. But our avatar doesn't want to be just an aesthetic result, but a tool to carry out specific operation even in the ergonomics field. For these reasons, we developed a lot of tools and functionalities, such as the interactions within the virtual scene with virtual object, check the collision between avatar ends and virtual object, make measurements, to draw, and also to interact with real HMI application. To date, we are able to host and to interact with web-based application, but we implemented also a framework in order to use within VRED scene Android HMI applications, all hands-free without the use of standard controllers and with high level of precision.
In terms of interior layout and ergonomics, we can recreate a user experience similar to real vehicle test. We can start with ingress-egress simulation, and then we can adjust the sitting position by moving seat and steering wheel. So we can perform visibility analysis, interior and exterior visibility, and evaluate reflections. We can perform realistic reachability tests of the whole interior compartments, thanks to the haptic feedback that we develop by ourselves, that give us a feedback of vibes, colors, and sound during collision between fingers and virtual objects. Collision-sensitive objects can be pre-selected in the VRED session, but also edited during the VR experience. We can introduce real-time measurements and visualize in VR distance between virtual objects or fingers and objects. With the HMI VR tool, we also have the possibility to evaluate display graphical interfaces and test related interactions. This setup has another great advantage. The integration of those tools offers the possibility of making benchmarks, comparison between different products in terms of functionality, design, and ergonomics. All these evaluations are performed as clinic tests with different users in order to collect feedback data and define and share the results in the next phase of the project.
Another interesting tool developed in Italdesign is what we have called Animated Light tool. It is a VRED plugin which, after a simple and appropriate preparation of the scene, allows you to define specific light animations applied on any lighting part inside or outside the vehicle. Imagine that we have, for example, a LED strip. We can customize an animation by defining various parameters such as incandescence, color, fading and fade out times, hold on and off times, and so on. To create a complex presentation, the tools also allow you to combine multiple animations into a custom timeline. An example of a tool developed in Italdesign is GEM, acronym for Global Experience Multimodal, a sort of virtual smartwatch whose 3D model was fully designed and engineered in Italdesign. This virtual device has the ability to dock to standard controllers or other finger tracking devices. By interacting with it, it is possible to activate and deactivate specific functionalities and interaction within the virtual scene without any desktop intervention by external operators.
We developed this visualization in synergy with Italdesign Aerodynamics department. The data displayed is data coming from the technical calculation. Our colleagues in aerodynamics send us the points representing flow lines. We choose the better one, and around it we create the surfaces to visually simulate the direction of the flow, building a series of surfaces that join all the points received. Using specially created texture, we make them as close to reality as possible and animated them. The usefulness of this visualization is to facilitate the dialogue between designer, technicians, and all the parts that are involved, thus avoiding misunderstanding during the process and the realization phases.
The software used for the development of the analysis process allows the sharing of real-time virtual sessions in different locations. With Autodesk VRED collaborative tool and similar layout on the other side of the world, we can share the experience, and this means, of course, co-working, real-time broadcast, but also travel, time, and cost reduction for us and for our partner and customer.
Well, as we have seen, we developed many virtual validation in our concept lab, and many other will come. Simulation and virtual validation are very well integrated in our development process, but our main scope is getting things done and provide a real product to our customers. I would say I like to drive my virtual car here, but I'd like most to drive a real one. Thank you very much for your attention. Stay healthy and see you soon.